After we clean our data, we enter into another stage, which is insight on data, or people they call it feature selection or feature extraction. Example, if you have the following data about bank loan prediction. It's a historical data when the bank was deciding manually to approve or to reject a certain loan. And now the objective is to automate this process by AI. So we want AI to take a decision whether to approve or to reject. Question, do you think all columns are important and valuable to keep, or we can remove some unnecessary columns which are of no use? Yes, we can remove, for example, mobile number column, email column, customer name column, as these informations are not going to be used to take a decision whether to approve or to reject a certain loan. So in this stage, we remove the unnecessary columns from our data. So the remaining columns are three: customer income, whether he is self-employed or he's an employee, and the status. Here we can call the columns which are going to be used to take a decision by X, and the columns which are going to be used for the output or the decision column by Y. Let's assume that we have 1 million rows in our data with 3 columns, 2X and 1Y. After that, we are going to split our data or our table into 2 parts by 70-30 ratio. If you have 1 million row, so 70% will be 700,000 row. And we will call this table training set or training data. And the remaining 30% means 300,000 row, we will call it testing data. Now the ratio is not necessarily to be 70-30, it can be 90-10, 80-20, 60-40, but majority is for the training data usually. After we have divided our data into 2 sets, we can now feed the training set into machine learning algorithm. Now which algorithm we will use, don't worry, we will discuss that in the future sessions. But now we will focus on these steps. So as we said, we need to feed the data into machine learning algorithm so that the algorithm can start learning the patterns which will help to do a certain task, in this case taking a decision whether to approve or to reject bank loans. After this step, the algorithm will learn how to take the necessary decision, and we will call it a model. Model is the initial version of the artificial intelligence solution, which can predict based on a certain data we feed it already into the same algorithm. But the question, can we start using it to take a certain decision and deploy it? The answer will be in the next session. And now, your homework will be to answer the coming smart card. The question is, when we were passing the training data into machine learning algorithm, did we pass all columns, 2X and 1Y, or only X, or only Y column, or one column of X and Y? See you in the third session and the last session of AI development process.